All right, hi everyone. I'm here with Marcel. He's part of the Global DevOps Bootcamp core team and one of the founders of the whole idea that got us started. And today we just wanted to see what his role is in the team, what he's doing, and maybe even start with how did the Global DevOps team got started. We all had the initial idea, already discussed it with Renee and a little bit with Matthias. And from there, where did you start? Did you get a budget from somewhere? Did you ask for permission on anything? How did it go?
Yeah, it was a large corporate process on how to decide if we wanted to do this, yes or no. It's. I think that's one of the great things of how we roll here at Experience. Someone comes up with a great idea, and then it's like, I think we should do it. And you can then always ask yourself, what will it cost? What will be the budget? We thought to ourselves, well, we really think that what you do defines actually what you will, what the result will be instead of what you think. It's always, people think always about things and we should do this or we should do that.
So we plan all the way ahead until the end game.
Right, and it was more like, no, we just should do it. So what's the first thing we did is we said, we pick a date. And that will be the date, and from that moment on, that would be our goal. And from that moment on, we started with our idea generation, how we want to run this. And of course, the first year was all, okay, how would an event out of the box look like? Because, of course, we were inspired by the Azure Bootcamp, but the whole idea by the Azure Bootcamp was, yeah, everybody will do its own thing. We thought, no, it really needs to be something that people learn DevOps throughout the day. And for that to be guided in some way, shape, or form. We also thought it would be nice if we do some gamification in there, and that's how we more or less got our ideas. And the way we started was nothing more than Renee, me, and Matthias coming together and say, okay, we're going to do it. We probably need an agenda. So what will be the agenda? Well, it looks like we should have some cool keynote. Who could we ask? Then the next thing is, okay, once we have a keynote, it's nice to have something on video recording, but it's also nice to have something in person because, well, if you are in a venue, it's nice to have a close encounter with the real people that organize it in the venue. So it's nice for the venue to also provide somebody that can give a nice presentation. But we want the presentation to be in line with what we want everybody to learn that day. So that's how we came about and say, okay, we have a video recording, then we have a local keynote presented by a local presenter, but we provide the deck, we provide more or less the proctoring, how to deliver it, etc. And then the idea was, okay, we want to do challenges. And it's more or less a scripted hackathon, you might say. So we want to achieve this. You can do it yourself, and learning along the way, you can ask us for help or get more hints on how to solve the puzzle. And that's how we got started. And the first year we thought, okay, who would be cool to ask? Why not ask Donovan Brown? And I went about, I asked Donovan, and Donovan said yes. He had no clue what he said yes to, but he said yes. And that's how these things, I think, get born. It's just by doing it, having great people around you that are willing to just step in and take a chance and try things out. And that's how we actually got to the initial version of the Global DevOps Bootcamp.
Yeah, you don't hold yourself back in what could it even be possible to get somebody like Donovan Brown. You just go for it and see how far you're going to get.
Yeah, because when you start telling yourself why it is not possible, you probably won't get there. It's more like, okay, what is the audacious goal? Okay, we want to have Donovan Brown. Okay, but yeah, I knew Donovan from my MVP ship for the past few years. We've spoken with each other at many conferences, and you always also look, okay, how can I reach out to somebody and see if there's somebody in my network that can help? And I'm not sure if you know, but there's this saying that if you want to get to a person, there's always, within 3 steps, you should be able to get there. So if you want to meet Donald Trump, you probably should be able to do so in 3 steps. So that's more or less what I keep in mind. It's always possible, think of the possible instead of the impossible, and take it from there. And then you can always see what comes from there.
Yeah, you can always try.
Yeah.
Did you have sponsorship for the first year?
So the first year, I of course connected with Microsoft and said, well, our idea is that we are going to run this on Azure DevOps. So I talked to the Azure DevOps team, and I talked a lot with Martin Woodward, who I also know for a long time, and I asked him, Martin, would you be willing to help us out here? And he said, well, this is a great idea, really something that drives the community, so why not? I will try to help out. And he was the first one helping us in our sponsorships and getting these things set up. In those days, in the first year, we really wanted everybody to have its own virtual machine on which they can run the event. So we asked Brian Randall to help out setting up the infrastructure, and we got additional sponsorship from Microsoft to actually set that up. So we had the help of those people, Duo Myth as a company that helped us out setting up these environments. And that's more or less how we got started. So yeah, I think that's more or less my role also in the whole Global DevOps Bootcamp thing, is that I'm the head of hustling. I try to reach out to people, see how we can help each other, see how we can build this great event with these audacious goals and ideas, and then based on that, see where we end up.
Yeah. So basically, the content and the time that we spend comes from Solidify and Xpirit.
Yep.
And then the rest from around it is now fixed by sponsors, and mostly Microsoft.
Yeah, yeah, and I must say that in the initial years, I think that most of the time was just provided by the people that just wanted to be part of that. I think that Xpirit and Solidify, yes, we supported it all, and we sponsored the location and everything around it, but a lot of the time came from the people themselves. And once we got more traction and we got more success, yeah, both companies thought it would be nice as more like a marketing event, so create a little bit more budget, sponsor that, and then provide more hours to actually yeah, help build the whole content. And I must say there are a lot of community members that spend a lot of time in their own time to actually make this all work. So without them, it wouldn't be possible to actually run an event like this.
The amount of work behind the scenes that goes in it is
it's kind
quite
of
large.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, yeah.
That's what makes it fun for us as well.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a lot of fun to see all the energy come together. If the moment we start our initial planning round, it's always like, okay, so what did we do last year? So last year, and it was the first year. Okay, so we had about, was it, I think 60 locations, and okay, so can we do something better? Can we make it more interactive? And that's when we came up with the whole idea. Oh, we need to run everything in Azure DevOps and use the boards to drive things, and from there on, we got our new ideas. And last year with, okay, now there's this new concept in the industry, SRE, what are we going to do about that? And then we came with the idea, okay, let's give people the experience of an SRE. So you build it, you run it. We're going to provision your whole environment, and we're going to break our environment, and now it's up to you to fix it. And you see that by those creative ideas, it really comes to light. And it brings a lot of energy with everybody that thinks, oh, this is so amazingly cool, and something that you probably would never get budget for to do as a product or something, because it's just, yeah, crazily expensive to do so. But as a community effort with all these people in there, it's just, yeah, amazing what we can do. Yeah.
It's with the end goal in mind. We want to learn, give everybody the opportunity to learn something new on the free day. It's a Saturday. And what better way to do that than provide them with a working environment, and then we break things for them.
Yeah.
It's a whole different experience from here's the boot camp, here's are the exercises, go build the build pipeline.
Yeah, yeah, because it's more like scenario based, so you know what the end goal is. And what I like particularly about last year is that we also tried to mix in some more fun.
Yeah.
So we said, okay, now instead of just having this task that you need to complete, let's also create some videos around it. So we have this crazy boss coming in telling you, you need to do this, like in every corporate, right? That you now need to do this, and you now need to do that, and I am depending on you. And then we had Felix the cat walking into the closet where it ripped the cables, and all of a sudden the site went down. And we really tried to make it engaging, a lot of fun for everybody. And I think also the whole aspect of gamification is nice, that we have the teams compete with each other, and then actually somebody wins at a certain location. That also helps a little bit in the fun factor.
It makes it more fun, and it's all about interactiveness and the whole experience around it as well. Same with the videos. I think they build on top of the storyline, and that really helps.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. Yeah, yeah, and then it's nice to see it's a community thing. So I asked my son, oh, can you help me out editing all these things? Because Daddy has this crazy idea. Can you help out? And it's more like, it's fun to see how all these things come together, and whole families are involved in making it happen. It's kind of crazy. But
anything goes if the use is feasible and you have somebody who's willing to spend the time for it.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are the hustler for our sponsors. You were partly co-starring those videos as well.
Yeah, it's my other life as an actor. Yeah.
But you also helped out with all the keynotes in the previous years.
Yeah, so I think that mainly Renee, Matthias, and I come up with more or less the storylines and the ideas and how we would like to build things out, and we help work with the community to make it happen. And then, I think it's more my task to provide the keynote deck for the local speaker every year. And I've done that for all the years now. I also create the deck. I have a designer, of course, that helps me out making it pretty, because it's nice to create a storyline, but making it pretty is also important. And I think that we succeed with that as well pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
People are always amazed about the deck quality, which is cool. And then what I do is, since I'm a Pluralsight author, I have this closet where I can record stuff. And then I record for the people that actually need to provide the keynote locally. Say, okay, this is the way you can deliver that story. So I also record for them how I would present it, some key ideas, and where they can go into some additional ideas or bring in their own creativity. And then that helps them in being successful in their local venue.
It's part of the event out of the box.
Yeah, the event out of the box is really, we provide the video, we provide the keynote, and the proctoring how to deliver it, then all the actual exercises, and not only the exercises, but also the videos to lead it in, lead it out, have some fun in the meanwhile, and of course the scoring and everything.
And the whole infrastructure, everything is there.
Yeah. So, crazy ideas, but still fun to do.
It's amazing how that starts. 3 people drinking some beer saying, we need to improve on this concept, what can we do, and let's be ambitious about it.
And I think the main difference is, I think that many people in this world have great ideas. I think that actually actioning on an idea is worth actually everything, because then things really grow. And that's why I think that we could make a difference in this particular situation, and not asking for permission, but just do it. And then,
and do it in the right way, commit to it, and actually follow through. And that's the energy that we, at least for me and myself in the team, get as well.
Yeah.
The first time I came in, there was so much energy hanging around the whole Global DevOps Bootcamp team that I wanted to be a part of it. Just doing cool stuff.
And it's great to see how much energy you also bring to the team, and a lot of fun, and now doing these vlogs and things. I mean, you build the whole community around it. So it's really, really cool.
Yeah, great energy. Thinking, any last remarks for now?
I hope we can reveal very soon what will be the storyline for this year. I think it would be bigger and bolder than we have done ever before. You might think, is that even possible? But we came up with a pretty cool idea. I'm fleshing out the final details on that. I did my final emails back and forth today. If we can pull it off, then we can hopefully together announce GDBC 2020, what the storyline will be. And hopefully we can announce that in the short weeks to come.
Yeah. We're very far with the whole setting up the theme, and even started with a little bit of visuals. He's asking our designer.
Yeah.
Shout out to Olaf. He does all our designs, and he's really awesome with that. It's very helpful.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can reveal the theme for this year.
I need a final go from the keynote speaker. Otherwise, I would be announcing something that we cannot actually make happen.
You need to make sure that we don't do that.
And yes, I'm excited, but I need to have a final yes before I can announce it.
If it all goes through, it will be very amazing. It's really cool.
And hopefully see everybody at a venue and join the bootcamp this year. It would be awesome.
There are a lot of locations again this year, so there should be a bootcamp near you. Absolutely. Join us there for a day of learning about DevOps. And if you have any questions for the team behind the Global DevOps Bootcamp, please let me know, reach out, and I'll try to get those people and interview them and get some more background information and all. All right, thank you for now. Thank you, Marcel, for being here.
Yeah, and thank you for helping out. It's been great. Thank you so much.
I get a lot of fun energy from it, and that's all worth it. All right, that's it for this edition. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.